You've seen this moment. A room full of men trying hard. Talking big. Leaning in too fast. Saying all the right things. And then there's one guy across the room who looks almost relaxed. No performance. No chasing. No trying to win the room. But somehow she keeps turning toward him. Her body softens. Her eyes stay there a little longer. And if you've ever watched that happen, you've probably heard the same thoughts in your head. What does he have that I don't? Why does this look so easy for him? Am I too nice? Too much? Not enough? Here's the truth most people miss: some men don't attract women because they're smoother. They attract women because they feel safer, more grounded, and more real. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not failing at connection. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why some men seem magnetic without forcing anything, and how to become that kind of man. Let's get into it. Most men believe attraction is about being more impressive. More confident. More successful. More alpha. But the real truth is deeper than that. A woman's nervous system is reading you before her mind can explain you. She feels your presence before she evaluates your resume. She feels whether you're settled in yourself, whether you're emotionally available, whether being around you feels like pressure or peace. And when safety leaves a connection, interest often goes underground. Not gone. Underground. That's why trying harder usually backfires. More proving. More performing. More pressure. Not more chemistry. Not better lines. Not a better texting strategy. But a man who is regulated enough to be real. That's what changes the emotional tone. And that's what women feel beneath the surface. 1. Presence over performance. Here's the part no one talks about. Most people in relationships and dating default to performance because they want to be chosen. So they become louder, funnier, more polished, more agreeable. But the deeper truth is that performance creates distance. Presence creates connection. When a man is truly present, she feels, I don't have to decode him. The disconnecting version sounds like, so yeah, I've got a lot going on, I travel, I'm super driven, people say I'm intense. The connecting version sounds like, honestly, I'm enjoying this. You seem easy to talk to. One makes her observe you. The other lets her feel you. And when you do that, the walls start coming down without either of you forcing a thing. 2. He doesn't chase chemistry. He creates safety. Most couples confuse intensity with connection. Most men do too. They think attraction is built by keeping things exciting, unpredictable, just out of reach. But here's what nobody explains: for many women, real attraction deepens when her nervous system can relax without getting bored. Not neediness. Not passivity. Not being endlessly available. But steadiness. A grounded kind of presence. The disconnecting version is, I didn't text back because I didn't want to seem too interested. The connecting version is, I wanted to see you, so I reached out. One triggers uncertainty. The other creates safety with self-respect. And that's the shift that turns attraction from a spark you chase into a fire that actually lasts. 3. He likes her without abandoning himself. This is where it gets really interesting. Most men either become too detached or too accommodating. They act withdrawn so they won't seem needy, or they shapeshift so hard they disappear. But the real truth is that women are drawn to men who can care deeply without losing their center. That signals emotional maturity. That signals secure attachment. Her brain quietly registers, he wants me, but he doesn't need me to become okay. The disconnecting version is, whatever you want is fine, I'm good with anything. The connecting version is, I'd love to see you Friday. If not, no stress, we'll find another time. That kind of energy doesn't feel controlling. It feels clean. And that's when you stop feeling like a man asking for approval and start feeling like a man she can trust. 4. He stays curious instead of defended. And this is the one most couples never figure out. Most people in relationships hear feedback as threat. Especially men who were taught that being wrong makes them weak. So the moment she says something felt off, they explain, defend, or shut down. But criticism lands in the nervous system like rejection, even when it sounds calm. Your body hears danger first. The connecting man knows that. He slows down. The disconnecting version is, "That's not what I meant, you're overthinking it." The connecting version is, "Okay, tell me what you felt right there." One makes her feel alone. The other makes her feel met. And when she feels met, what was becoming conflict starts becoming repair. 5. He can hold tension without collapsing. Bro, this matters more than almost anything. Most couples don't fall apart because they have tension. They fall apart because neither person knows how to stay present inside it. One chases. One withdraws. One gets louder. One goes numb. That anxious avoidance cycle is brutal because both people are really saying the same thing: "Please don't leave me alone in this." A grounded man doesn't make discomfort disappear. He just doesn't let it run the room. The disconnecting version is, "I'm done with this conversation." The connecting version is, "I'm getting overwhelmed, but I'm still here. Give me 10 minutes and I want to come back." That response feels like emotional strength, not emotional escape. And that's what makes a relationship feel less like a battlefield and more like a refuge. 6. He sees the unspoken. Here's what changes everything. Most men listen for facts. Women often want to know if you can hear what's beneath the words. The surface sentence might be about a canceled plan, a short text, a weird tone. Beneath the surface, she feels unwanted, unchosen, or emotionally alone. And when a man can name that layer without trying to fix it, something in her softens fast. The disconnecting version is, "Why are you making this a big deal?" The connecting version is, "I think what hurt is that it felt like I wasn't really there for you." In that moment, her inner voice says, "He actually heard me this time." And that's when your partner stops feeling like a problem to solve and starts feeling like a person to come home to. 7. He has a real life he's actually living. Man, effortless attraction is not about acting unavailable. It's about being full. Most people in relationships drift because they slowly make the relationship carry the weight of their entire identity. Then every silence feels loaded. Every delayed reply feels personal. But a man with purpose, friendships, direction, and presence brings energy into love instead of extracting it from love. This isn't a communication hack. This is what it looks like when someone has learned to love without losing themselves. The disconnecting version is, "I just need to know where this is going because you're all I think about." The connecting version is, "I really like this, and I'm excited to keep getting to know you." One feels heavy. The other feels alive. And that kind of life force is magnetic because it makes connection feel like becoming, not pressure. So if you take anything from this, let it be this: the men who effortlessly attract women are usually not the ones trying hardest to impress them. They're the ones who feel emotionally safe to be around. They're present. They're grounded. They're honest. They know how to want connection without chasing it, how to hold tension without becoming withdrawn, and how to make a woman feel seen without losing themselves in the process. That's not game. That's maturity. That's not manipulation. Not perfection. Not some polished masculine mask. But a real man with real presence, real self-respect, and a nervous system that doesn't make love feel like work. And when you internalize that, you stop performing and start connecting. You stop reaching for tactics and start becoming someone whose energy creates safety, clarity, and trust. These aren't tips for getting women. They're the beginning of becoming the kind of partner you always wished existed. Real attraction doesn't begin when you learn how to get chosen. It begins when your presence feels so honest, grounded, and safe that being with you feels like coming home.